So one of the things that it's gonna be very exciting is that actually it's a chance to dive into your own story as well as your education story. So what is it that inspires you? I think a lot of the things that we think that we believe in education actually grow out of our own experiences, whether positive or negative experiences with our own learning and education process. And so having a chance actually to dive deep into that and look at like what are the assumptions, what are my patterns, what are my belief systems, and how do they actually rub up against other people's, and why is there often so much like antagonism in the education sector? I mean, it's really, really high given that everybody's really committed to a better world. So is it that there's such a deep inability for people to see eye to eye? And so actually having time to slow down and look at my own story, my own values, my own beliefs, where they come from, and then look and hearing others and their own stories and see what that actually moves and shifts in us. Also a lot of time for, really envisioning and creating together what is that kind of education that we really want to promote? What would the movement look like? How do we deal with issues of social justice and access and equity and all of these terms that get thrown around, but have we had a lot of time to actually dive deeply into them and what they mean for us from our perspectives? And what makes a jam really different is that it's not an intellectual space. It's not about trying to find the best argument and the best, and win and convince people. It's actually really about deep co-learning. So in some ways it is modeling what, IDEC is about a democratic movement for really learning. Well, we have to experience that democracy within ourselves and also be able to create it in the communities that we're a part of, to really retain the diversity that we have and build and grow from there rather than see it as something to fear or to homogenize into one view. So to actually practice democracy in action, to actually practice beloved community in action, that's what the jam is going to offer people. And not from the intellect, but really much more from the heart and spirit, and then having the intellect serve the heart and spirit versus the other way around. So that's a little taste of what it's going to be. And actually, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. That's what makes a jam, is that it is the co-creation of the particular people who gather with their particular questions and struggles and journeys and fears and hopes, and that is what makes the jam. So that's a little sneak preview, but really it's going to be a delightful surprise what actually happens.